All right, dear friends, welcome to Ian's kitchen, my kitchen, where you and I are going to make some magic and alchemy together. Now we're going to make a stock, this one being a fish stock. Earlier on, we filleted some turbot, and we also filleted some haddock, which was smoked. The good thing about that is you don't throw away the bones and the skin. This is smoked haddock skin, and then you've got your turbot head and the bones and everything. This makes for amazing fish stock, which is not boring, by the way, because it's smoked. You ever eat a smoked fish stock? I do.
Oh,
What you do?
Special.
So you start with a little bit of olive oil, and because we've got the smoked character here, usually in a fish stock you would put your vegetables in without doing anything. Right now I'm going to saute them. Sauteing means that you don't brown your vegetables. Why? Because you don't want a brown fish soup. It just looks bad, right? Don't do it, guys. So put in your root vegetables, low heat. You've got some carrots, you've got some root celery, you've got some parsnips, you've got a whole bunch of onions, because if you know me, you know I love onions. And you've got a little more celery stalks, like so. And what you're looking for here is to not brown them, as I said, so you're going to have to move them around. And what's happening now in the pan is that oil's taking a little bit of the taste, the aromas are coming up. If you could smell this, if you had smell-o-vision, you'd get it. Oh my God. Another little trick of the trade, when you're peeling vegetables, don't throw those peels away. They're worth their weight in gold. It's going to give you a lot of taste, a lot of character in your stock. And then you've got your garlic. You don't put it in from the beginning because you don't want to burn it. And make sure to throw some on the floor like I just did. And
That's a fine.
you've got your aromatics. You've got a little bit of peppercorns, you've got some laurel leaves, you've got some fennel seeds and some coriander seeds. That's going in. Boom. It's going to give you some really good taste, some really good aroma. It's already starting to smell great. So what you're going to do is you're going to develop the smell and the taste in the pot for just a little while, again without browning. And when that's done, you can add your fish and a ton of water. Why do you want a ton of water? Because all the taste ingredients, you know, all these different things that give a stock its taste, they dissolve in water. And the more water you have, the more taste you get out. What happens then is that when you're done with your stock, you can reduce it, and then you can concentrate the taste. So it's going to be super important for you to have enough water in the pot. Don't be stingy with the water. It's free over here in Norway, so definitely no reason to be stingy. What you're going to do, fill up with cold water. Why cold water? As the water is heating up, it's going to extract all those beautiful flavors from the stuff you've got in your pot. Like so. Got a nice stock pot here. You're giving the fish and the vegetables a nice bubble bath. And what you can do, little word of advice, when you're working in a kitchen and you're preparing stuff from the ground up, you start with your stocks. Why? Because they take the longest time. And you let this simmer. Thing with a fish stock is you don't simmer it with a bone in. Let it boil maximum an hour, you know, when it comes up to a simmer. So maximum an hour, then you sieve it, and then you can reduce it. Please don't reduce it with the bones in. It's going to change the taste, it's going to make it better. All right? So there you go. That's your fish stock. I'll get back to you when it's done. All right, ladies and gents, the soup has started to simmer just a bit. And what's gathering at the top is a foam, which we need to remove, because that foam doesn't taste good and doesn't look good. So what you do is you get the foam out to the sides of the pot, and then you pick it up with a ladle. And this is nothing you should keep, it's just for throwing. When we're done foaming the stock, which smells amazing, Beautiful. So when we're done foaming it, what we're going to do is we are going to sieve it, and then we are going to reduce it. Now the reduction part, that takes several hours, and you can reduce it as much as you want, just to intensify the taste. That's the main reason you would reduce something. Basically what you're doing is you're removing the water. So when you're reducing, you're getting rid of the water by evaporation, and you're concentrating the taste. So you see here we've got the foam. Now this is just for washing. Once we got the foam out of the way, now what we have to do is to sieve it. So an easy way of doing it is taking your big ladle here, so you don't strain your arms, your back, and you just start putting it through a sieve. This stock has beautiful, beautiful color and aroma. There you go. Let the water pass through. Stock is white, which is very good. It's a good thing, because that'll give you a white fish soup. That's what you're looking for. When the fish is all dripped off, that goes in the compost bin. And you finish off sieving your stock. Now, if you just wanted to use the stock the way it is right now, you could. You don't really need to reduce it. That's something we chefs do just to give it extra flavor. But if you wanted to use it the way it is right now, and maybe instead of adding salt, you could use a little bit of concentrated fish stock, that would bring out a lot of flavor. Usually I don't salt the stocks because, you know, if you're going to reduce them, then you're going to intensify the salty taste. So if you salt them beforehand and you reduce it, you're going to end up with a super salty sauce or stock, which is not what you want. In these cases here, I would probably use concentrated fish stock cubes instead of salt, because you will be enhancing the fish flavor and making the soup that much better, that much more intense. So guys, this is how you make a stock from the bottom up. And in the next video that I'm going to put out, I'm going to show you how to make a fish soup, a creamy fish soup, which is going to have some of that smoked haddock we used in the stock right here. It's going to have some salmon. It's going to have some beautiful root vegetables from another video where we did the julienne and the soup garnish. And we're going to finish it off with a little bit of dill, and we're going to serve it with cheese bread and aioli. So stay tuned for that. All right? Thanks a lot. See ya.